This is the 92-93 Stadium Club basketball from Topps. Now, I've never opened up one of these packs before, but we're chasing the Michael Jordan and the Shaquille O'Neal rookie cards from this set. So this is the first time I'm actually going to get to open this Stadium Club Topps set for the first time. You know, high premium technology it says on these, and I just worry about the gloss sticking, the cards sticking to each other, which could be a problem because if you're trying to get anything graded or anything out of this box, definitely could be a challenge. So, all right, here we go. Open up the Topps Stadium Club for the first time. Series 1. Wow, look at those cards. High definition technology. Yeah, we'll see if there's any high def tech in these. These the thick packs? Nope, there's regular pack. All right, pack number 1. Here we go. All right, because again, we're chasing the MJ and the Shaq rookie cards. Again, I have never opened this set, so oh, it smells clean and delicious. There we go. You know, as I said earlier, my friend Brian really loved it. I can already see what the back card is. My friend Brian really loved this set, and he was all about trying to get the get packs and buy packs. Oh, cards are stuck. Oh man, that sucks. Well, hopefully they come out all right. You know, they're going to come out scratched. They're going to come out a little bit. These are definitely going to come out a little bit oogie because they're stuck together. Oh, all right. Well, I guess there's that right out the get-go. Let's just jump right in. First pack with the MJ card. Holy smokes! That actually looks pretty clean. Well, I was not expecting that on the second card. Holy smokes! Oh, back the corner there is a little bit dented. All right. Well, that's going to go in the personal collection. So there you go. First Jordan card of the day. MJ right out the get-go. And Buck Williams taking his goggles off there. I guess that's what it is today. Just gonna go straight in for the MJ cards. I don't know. I didn't even know how to react to that. All right, so I guess that's just one way to just jump right in. Is just start going into the packs. John Paxson card. Chris Dudley. Here's club membership card. I don't think that's good probably anymore. Yeah, some of these are stuck. We can see how good some of these cards are. See how good some of these cards are. Who the heck knows? All right, you can barely see the gold in here. You can see who these are. No, that was not Kobe. There we go. Okay, Lionel Simmons. I think I saw a special card here in the back. So we got Tom Tolbert and the man himself, Larry Legend. Look at that. It looks like a pretty clean card. There we go. There's our first Larry Birch. We pulled Larry and Michael first pack. I mean, can he get any better than that? I don't know. But as I said, that first Jordan card you guys can see here, the left corner has got a ding right there. So he's dunking over Patrick Ewing because, of course, he is. I mean, every Chicago Bull dunked over everybody with the Knicks, right? I'm pretty sure Pippen probably had the best dunk over any New York Knicks player when he dunked over Ewing and then basically walked over him after he dunked on him. That was one of the most famous, I think, dunks of all time because Jordan gave him the ball and he just literally dunked over Patrick Ewing and just fell on top of him. And Ewing says he did it on purpose where he walked over him. And, you know, I don't know. Pippen says his momentum carried him over. It really wasn't a thing. But, you know, stuff happens like that. If that happened today, though, there would definitely be, you know, people pissed off. I don't think there would be any, like, a fight or anything. But, you know, back in the day, I mean, you'd be able to fist fight and all kinds of stuff in games. Now they can't get away with anything anymore, of course. It's like, you know, you touch a guy, you get a suspension. Just that's how it is these days. So, you know, just these guys used to be way tougher back in the day. Way, way tougher. Oh, that's cool. Chris Mullin card. Got the chest hair coming out. These guys ever have any chest hairs anymore? Oh, that's a different looking card. Members Choice Club. That's a Members Choice. John Stockton. Okay, there we go. Interesting time, the NBA back in those days. Interesting time in the 90s. Probably some of the best basketball. I was actually rewatching some videos last night on YouTube, just looking at like some of the early 90s games and just how well they used to just pass the ball and how just better offense. And they just wasn't this run and gun, you know, 3-point thing. They actually played defense and and they actually just got after it. When, you know, it wasn't this run gun up and down the court type of shenanigans. A nice Patrick Ewing card. Like, it was actually like they actually played basketball. It wasn't just 3-pointers, just, you know, up and down, this and that. And the checklist card, take a shot. And just reminds me of like just how much different the game is today. There's Rick Smits, the Dutch one, of just how much different, you know, the game is today than it was yesterday. Danny Ferry. Why is it every time I get to pull a Danny Ferry card, he never has any logos on his shirt? It's so funny. Got multiple of those where he's got nothing on there. All right, Derek McKee. All right, we keep moving on. 90s basketball was just good. I mean, it's just, I think for me it is harder to watch an NBA game today, and they've talked about how attendance is down, you know, versus prior years and so on. And, you know, that's the reality of it. It's like, I don't think that you know, some guys will say that the quality of it isn't as good anymore, but that's just the bottom line, is that things have changed in the NBA. It's shooting 3-pointers and just run and gun. These guys, they play no defense. Like, I don't think it's super hard to win Defensive Player of the Year. You just got to be block shots and look like you want to play defense in order to get the Defensive Player of the Year. It's just absolutely nuts. Like, these guys, you know, it's all about offense these days, and like nobody wants to perimeter defend. Nobody wants to defend at all, and it just doesn't quite make sense. Brian Williams, it just doesn't make sense, and I don't know, man. That's why I don't watch as many games anymore. It's just so hard to just watch these guys even just try to play defense. So Cedric Ceballos, it's just kind of embarrassing. I don't know. Maybe hopefully they change something differently. I don't know. They're talking about. Oh, there's Larry Bird on that card. They're talking about changing it so that the season is going to be like, they're talking about like potentially looking at, oh, there's a member's choice to Dikembe Mutombo. Sweet. So now they're talking about, what I was saying is they're talking about, oh, those packs are stuck together. They were talking about making it a 65 game season. It's like, you know, I can't even believe that they're talking about that, because like the funny thing is, like, today they've reduced the back-to-backs. It's much, you know, they have like a week long for All-Star Week, and it's like, why are we going to 65 games? What is the point? Like, do these guys not get enough rest? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's just like, it's crazy. Like, how is it possible that they're talking about going to a 65 game season? It's just mind-boggling, I guess is what it is. And there's nothing else to say on that. It's like, oh, there it is. Another MJ card. That one looks much cleaner. All right, we're going to have to sleeve him. No, he's got a little bit of dinge. Oh, no, he looks pretty good. There it is, second MJ card. Wow. All right, well, I wasn't expecting that. So these are just spread out in all the packs. So the first one was in the second slot. That one was a little bit farther into the pack. So that's awesome. Kevin Duckworth. Again, we're chasing Jordans, and we're chasing Shaquille O'Neal rookie cards. So again, I've never opened these, but I think I love the art. I don't know if I love the art. I love the glossiness of these cards. They just look so cool, especially when my friend, as I said, when my friend Brian would chase these cards and open these packs. Like, there's just something about them of like seeing the high gloss and just how amazing these cards were when he got them. And I just never had, you know, any money or anything to buy these cards. And so finally, you know, I'm able to, there's a Steph Curry's dad card. I'm actually able to buy these, you know, to get a box of these cards finally and be able to actually like open these up. Now I will say, you know, it's the members club stuff is like, if you want to buy a members club box of these cards, yeah, good luck trying to, you might have to mortgage your house. I mean, they're worth thousands and thousands. They are not cheap. But then there's a member's choice Derek Coleman card. They're expensive. They are not cheap. They are not easy to get. And, you know, they're the more expensive cards out of the set, which, you know, that's cool. But like, I'm not chasing to try to chase, you know, $3,000-$4,000 cards. I just want to get in here to chase some just regular Jordans and chase some Shaquille O'Neal rookie cards. God, I was losing my mind there for a second. So I do love these cards. God, these look so nice. And they're not sticking too bad. There's a Spud Anthony Webb. They're not sticking too bad. I think that second Jordan's pretty good. I'll have to take a look at it and see that one might be worth getting graded. So, and then Karl Malone here, 92 Dream Team. That was right after they all won the gold medal the next season. And then, you know, Barkley got traded and played for, double pack here. Barkley got traded and started playing for the Suns. They went up against Jordan, won the title, and then MJ took a little break to play baseball. So, yeah, these are nice looking cards. I love these. Love these cards. Anthony Bowie, Sam Bowie, Randy Brown. He played for the Bulls. Seeing some repeat cards here now. Let's see here, Gerald. But in other news, basketball news, I don't know if it's been kind of around for a little bit, but Seattle and what's the other, Vegas? Another, a Stockton Members Choice. That's the second Stockton Members Choice card. Going to be two new, hopefully get new teams. And Seattle is on the list. I talked about this in a previous or another video. It's like, yeah, we need to get Seattle to get a team again. So Northwest hooping, so we get that I-5 rivalry between Seattle and Portland and the Lakers. You know, that I-5. Just go up and down I-5 and just have that rivalry. Oop, I skipped a card. What was that one? Just Lame Bill Lambier. So Seattle might be getting a new team. So they're talking about expanding to 32 franchises. And I didn't realize this, I guess, which was that the last time the NBA expanded teams was in 2004 when they brought the Hornets back. It's been that long since they had a new team. They added a new team to the NBA, which is crazy. But the other thing they were talking about, which was if they move these two teams to the West, like Seattle and Vegas, that they're going to have to move a couple teams probably to the Eastern Conference to split them out appropriately, which means that, like, they're talking about Minnesota and probably Memphis would have to go to, is there a double card in here? Yeah, a double sticky card. They would have to move a couple teams like Memphis and probably, Maxwell, probably Minnesota to the Eastern Conference. So I don't know. If you're a Minnesota or Grizzlies fan, I mean, a probably better, easier path to get to the Eastern Conference right now than the Western Conference, because the Western Conference is stacked with talent. I mean, you got Wemby, you got Luka. I mean, there's quite a few. There's another Chris Mullin. There's quite a few good teams in the Western Conference. You got Dallas with Cooper Flag. So, I guess if you wanted a better chance and you played for Memphis or Minnesota, probably be better to just start heading east, to be honest. I mean, they're not talking about that till 27 or like 2028 though, which again, that's way far off. But you know, there's never a whoa. Look at that! Look at that look from Todd Lichty. You never know. They're gonna have to do this at some point. But that's the only way they're gonna be able to expand the league is if they move teams around. So look at these cool looking mullet looks going on. You got the bald hairs going on. Got some of those 90s looks going on. Sam Perkins. I was forgetting he played for the Lakers. I don't know why I always forget that he didn't. I got these upside down, I think. So, Members' Choice, Billy Owens. Okay, got another Members' Choice. And, of course, got the sweepstakes. So, Elo, shot over Elo. But it'll be exciting to get for Seattle to get a team back, because I think that the Northwest, especially Seattle, really loves their teams, and so they definitely need to get a team back in Seattle. It was such a travesty when they had a team or didn't have a team anymore in Seattle, and they had to move the team, which I always thought was just absolutely ridiculous. That, you know, the ownership, they couldn't get the stadium stuff figured out. It was just like, why? It always comes down to money. That's it, every time. It always comes down to money, and it's just sad. It's a sad reality that, you know, these rich owners can't figure stuff out. But again, I'm excited, and hopefully Seattle gets a team back. Oh, there's Jack Haley looking scared at the net. So hopefully Seattle gets a team back, and it'll be there's Nick Anderson. It'll be good once again. Northwest fans will be happy. Hopefully they bring back the old, if they name them too, bring back the Sonics name. They should just keep the team name, to be honest, and not try to do anything different. They should just stick with the Seattle Supersonics is the team name. I think that would be stupendous. Hey, Rick Fox. And we got Vern Fleming. We go switching these up. Greg Anthony, Knicks. All those guys from the UNLV back in the day. Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon. Probably one of the greatest college teams ever assembled at that time. Purvis Ellison. And then we got Raphael Addison. I didn't know who Raphael Addison is. The action shots and art from these cards in here looks pretty slick. So let's rotate these around. They're not in... They're all over the place, so it's hard to see what's going on here in terms of what's in Byron Scott. These are not all going the same way, so having to flip these around, rotate them around every so often. Willie Anderson wearing Dennis Rodman's, I think, 10 later on. Mark Eaton. Mark Eaton always looks so mad all the time. Dennis Scott. Dennis Scott's still on NBA TV. Is he still a commentator? Oh, there's a member's choice. Clyde the Glide. One of the greatest nicknames in NBA. Gotta say, basketball players have some of the best nicknames, like the Iceman, George Gervin, you know, the Superman, Shaquille O'Neal. You got the King. I mean, you just got all kinds of, you know, the GOAT, Michael Jordan, of course, you know. Sure, I'll get some people in the comments to roast me. Hey, Michael Jordan's not the GOAT. Yeah, I think he pretty much is. Michael Jordan could destroy anybody in a one-on-one, and he'd probably be in the gym for 10 straight hours. He would never give up. So Kurt Rambis looking like he was late to his college professor's midterm exam there with those goggles. Love the little goggles. Not enough guys wear goggles anymore these days. Not enough goggle wearers. So goggles were such a cool thing back in the day. Such a cool thing. All right, we keep moving along here. We got Tony Smith. I look like Robert Horry for a second. Michael Cage. A few cards are missing on here. Seeing some repeats. Not seeing necessarily some newer cards. Again, we're still looking for... There's D. Brown. We're still looking for Shaq. Shaq rookie card hasn't shown up yet. There's a members club Larry Bird. Okay. Now we're cooking. Got some members club Larry Legend stuff going on. Here we go. We got Mr. Pearl Jam himself. Then we got Robert Pack. I forget Robert Pack played for the Blazers. The hometown team. Got Brian Shaw played for Miami Heat. See, I forget some of these guys, some of the teams these guys played for. Then they started coaching Drazen. Oh, that's a Nets card. And then Tom Chambers. Wonder what would have happened if Drazen... if things would have turned out differently for Drazen, how good of a player he would have been. I think he would have been pretty dang good. He would have been like a Luka Doncic of this era, or of the era back then in the 90s. I mean, he could just shoot, he could defend, he could rebound, he pretty much could do anything. The guy was a machine out there, and he did it so nicely. Oh, there's a Larry Bird, just regular again. Okay, so we got two Larrys so far. Two Larrys. He was just a machine. I think he was the quintessential stretch guy who could play a three. He could switch. He could defend. He could score. I mean, he could pretty much do anything. And I think that's why he was kind of a very good model player for what a lot of the guys that play now, that play kind of that stretch three, could play the two, could dribble the ball, handle things he could pretty much just do anything. And I think that's what made Drazen so special. And then he had just a sweet jump shot. I don't think people underestimated how good of a jump shot he really had. Because if you go back and look at some of those 90s videos, I mean, he could just stroke shots. And they would just go through the net, just swoosh and go through there. And it was like, it just kissing the net, bottom of the net. It was so clean how they just would come through. And how just good sounding that some of those shots were that he had. But again, another one of those, what ifs in basketball. It's like same thing with the Celtics. I mean, Celtics had a few players. I mean, Charles Barkley members club. Okay. Not even wearing a uniform. Good for you, Charles. Must have had the night off. Well, that was pretty rare. Excuse me that. I dropped a card here and got an Ed Neely. And underneath that, you got Judd Bushler. Judd Bushler played for the Warriors? Man, I guess I need to look up where some of these guys played. You know, that played on the Bulls winning championship teams before they played on the Bulls. Thurl Bailey got the goggles again. Ricky Pierce won Sixth Man of the Year 1 year. Chris Jackson. And then we got Robert Parrish. Wow, and then Danny Shays. Robert Parrish. In fact, this last year, LeBron passed Robert Parrish for most games played in NBA history. Like, you know, Robert Parrish played for a really long time, like 20-something years, played a lot of games. So for LeBron to pass him, like, that's just crazy. Now, do I think LeBron's going to keep playing? Yeah. How long do we think he's going to keep playing? No clue. I mean, he can kind of do what he wants at this point, but it's, I don't know. See if he keeps playing a couple more seasons. I mean, the rumor that was always out there was that he wanted his other son to get drafted so he could play with them. But at this point, like, you know, what is it that's motivating him to continue to play? That'll be the thing. It's like, oh, there's a Dikembe members only again, members choice. Because, like, LeBron doesn't need the money. I mean, if he's chasing the rings, that's one thing. But if he's not playing very up to standards that he thinks that he should be playing, that's probably the time when he'll probably stop playing. But as far as I can tell, I mean, he's just going to keep going until he probably can't anymore. And I mean, he could play for probably another couple of years, but it just depends on, you know, how good is he going to be, and, you know, is he going to play to his standards? He's going to have to take a little bit of there's Muggsy, a little bit of a back roll, probably on the Lakers. I don't see him going anywhere else. I mean, unless he's going to go do a farewell tour season with, you know, Cleveland. But Cleveland, you know, has been pretty decent playoff team, so they wouldn't give up a ton for him. I mean, he'd have to probably sign as a free agent. Maybe it's the retirement tour or something like that. Who knows? But, you know, it's getting close to the end. And, you know, some people just, you know, can't believe he's already been in the league 23 years and it's been that long, but it's coming to a close. And, you know, it was just a blink of an eye the other day when he started as a rookie in 2003, and he was just, you know, making his first shot on the baseline against the Sacramento Kings. Oh, members choice Billy Owens again. Why is Billy Owens? I don't think Billy Owens was that good. But LeBron, he's getting close to the end, so we should cherish every moment of that. I mean, just like Michael Jordan, we never knew when Michael was going to retire, and then we all got sad when, you know, he did retire. It was a sad, sad moment. You know, he would have been the same player after he won those 3 titles with the Bulls, but after he came back from playing baseball. But I don't know. Some people said they would have won 8 titles in a row. The NBA. No idea. I don't know. You guys drop a comment below. Do you think if Michael Jordan had never retired the first time for baseball or gone out to play baseball, would he have, there's a Sean Kemp card, would the Bulls have won 8 straight if Michael hadn't gone and played baseball for a couple of years? I don't know. Could be a thing, could not be a thing. I don't think, you know, definitely the team makeup would have been different. There's Rex Chapman. These are all like backwards and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, who knows? Could he have? Probably. Oh, Larry Johnson. Ooh, members choice Larry Johnson. I think that's a rookie of the year. Cannot tell on that side. I can't even read that. I cannot read that closely. All right, well, Bernard King. So I can't read on that trophy. Maybe somebody else will have to look that one up later. But, you know, those Hornets, you really love those Hornets unis. They're so good. And Buck Williams with his glasses. Horace goggles again on Horace Grant. Oh, please, maybe about three goggle cards in a row. That would be cool. No, there's Thorpe. And then a Tyrone Hill to end that one. Goggles, mullets, crazy hairstyles. No one does anything crazy with their style anymore these days. These guys, they all have their drip and what they wear to the stadium, but like any crazy hairdos and stuff, you just don't see that anymore. So hopefully maybe somebody will go out on a limb and get the Dennis Rodman type of look these days. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, another choice John Stockton card. It's like 3 Stocktons in this, and I've only gone through half the pack so far. Just a regular Chris Mullin. You got the Fat Lever. Great name. And he looks, look at that smile. Love it. And Sean Elliott. See here. Ooh, Steve Kerr with the Cavs. BJ Armstrong. Still haven't found a Scottie Pippen yet. Still haven't found a Shaquille O'Neal yet. Oh, a Magic Johnson. Is he in this set? Wow. Did not realize that Magic was in this set. I thought he retired after 92. They must have snuck him into this set as an extra. So that's cool. You know, Jerome Kersey, rest in peace. Got here, and then at the end, ooh, a Gary Payton card. Sonics, love that. Look at that Gary Payton hairdo right there. Got the topper. Really nice cards in this set, I will say. Very nice cards in here. There's, love these cards. Kevin Edwards. All right, start off the back half of the box here. I go with Byron Scott. Eddie Johnson. There we go. Got, again, the old Sonics unis. Spurs. Mark Eaton looking kind of smug. There we go, Dennis Scott again. Where's that Shaq card? Haven't seen the Shaq. There's a Members' Choice Clyde again. All right. We're collecting a lot of Members' Choice cards here. It seems to be like every other pack or so, Ambus. Every other pack or so, there seems to be a Members' Choice card, which is cool. All right. So we got here Brian Williams again on the Magic. Blair Rasmussen. Reminds me of somebody. I was like, pause there for a second. It looked like somebody else from current day that looks like, but I couldn't figure out exactly who. Kenny Gatson. Okay. There we go. All right. Vlade, most famous for part of the Kobe Bryant trade. I don't know. I wonder how Vlade feels about that. He got traded for a checklist card. Take a shot. I wonder how Vlade feels about being the guy that got traded for a Kobe Bryant. Oh, there's my Pippen card. Oh, it's a Members' Choice Scottie Pippen, too. Got some Airs, some Nikes on. Some the Boston Garden there. That looks like a slick card. I wonder how Vlade feels, because he got traded, and then basically it turned the whole Lakers franchise around after that, and changed kind of the course of the NBA for years after that, because the power shifted to the Lakers. And then we got into the Spurs and everything else. Like, I wonder how he feels about that. Because, like, basically, the Lakers then went... Basically, that gave the Lakers 5 championships with Kobe. And then with Shaq with the 3 of those. And Vlade never won. And then, obviously, the Kings losing to the Lakers in the playoffs in Game 7. Like, I wonder how he feels. Like, if he ever has any regret. I mean, he didn't have any choice in the matter, but... You know, does he think that he could have stayed and they could have won? I don't know. I mean, I don't think a Vlade, Shaq backcourt, front court, backcourt. I don't know. Checklist, take a shot again. I don't know if that would have worked because you had too many big guys. And maybe if the Lakers had never made that trade, well, there's a David Robinson Members' Choice. There's a nice Members' Choice card. You got Dikembe there. He's shooting over. I wonder, because again, like if they would have never signed him, how would that have gone? Who knows? Because I don't think that the Lakers would have signed Shaq if they had kept Vlade. They wouldn't have kept 2 big centers, so they would have either had to make a trade later. But you know, it's all like the what ifs after that. Who the heck knows? Kevin McHale card. Get rid of Blambier. Never liked the roughness and toughness of the Pistons. I think they were always mean. And nowadays, these guys are all buddy-buddy. They can't even be mean to each other anymore. It's just like they're all just good buds. They hang out on vacations, doing the banana boat thing. They don't got time for anything else. They just got another Billy Owens. Well, got like 15,000 Billy Owens today. So if anybody wants a Billy Owens, hit me up, man. Lots of Billy Owens. Derek McKeegan, those old Sonics unis. There we go. Benoit Benjamin. Get those old Sonics. And Danny Ferry with nothing on his warm-up. Dan Marley. Is that Charles Barkley next to him? That is a Chuck. This photo must be before Chuck got traded then. I was going to say, because in the other photo, he was playing for Phoenix. And that Members' Choice we saw earlier, John Starks. Love John Starks' story going from where he was to being a key member of those New York Knicks teams that just never won anything. Short-lived career. But great story. Kind of came from nothing. Not a big-time name. Found a way to get into the NBA and play for a number of years and, play for the Knicks. I don't think he would have been as good if he would have played on other teams in the league, but I think New York was the perfect place for John Starks, and he ended up being a pretty good player for those teams. And they had to go up against, I think they always think like there's another Charles. Is this a Phoenix one? I don't know. Yeah, it's his son's Charles Barkley, but on the other Dan Marley photo, he was playing for Philadelphia in that card. So interesting. Wonder if some of these photos they pull them from another, like basically the previous season for the upcoming season, so they don't quite match up here. We're Fleming again. It's always interesting. I always figure like what year was some of these photos here? Orlando Woodridge, great goggles there. Or some of these photos were taken, like what year were they from? Another Larry card in the back. All right, let's pull from the front then. We'll get Larry as the last card there since I already saw that. Here's some newer cards. Got Anthony Mason. Kenny the Jet. Look at that fall through. Perfect fall through from Kenny. So his career turned out pretty good. Kenny won a couple titles. Got to be on TNT. Making money with Charles and Shaq. Can't complain. Get to work a couple nights a week. Where can I get a gig like that? Hook me up. Hook me up with a couple, $1 million contract. Yeah, Jack Haley looking like he's scared of the hoop. Give me a couple $1 million contract and I can talk about basketball each night. See, yeah, that Tony Smith at first when I pulled that earlier looked like Robert Horry for some weird reason. Well, I just kept thinking that was Robert Horry. Jeff Ruland. Got Tom Tolbert. And then another just regular Larry Bird cards. All right, so we pulled 4 Larry Birds so far. So they didn't put Shaq in a lot of the packs this year. I mean, I don't know. It could be 1,000 different reasons why we haven't seen him, but you figure with a box this big that Shaq should be in here at some point. There's another Members' Choice Derek Coleman card. Pretty good pull rate. I mean, we pulled 2 MJs, 4 Larry Birds. Makes me almost want to feel like I should go and try to get one of the members-only club boxes, but those are super hard to find online, and they come with a high demand. So it's really, you got to really do your research and see if there's a store or something that has them, because online you cannot find the members closed boxes of these, and they only printed 10,000 of those, so there's not a ton of them out there, and so that's why they're super limited. They got the gold, and why those cards are so sought after. There's Luke Longley against Scottie Pippen. That's why those cards are so sought after, is because they're basically numbered, and you're just not going to find many of those, and there are probably not a lot around that are still in the box. So that's why, they're highly sought after. There's Isaiah again. Another Members Club, Larry Johnson. Oh, Rookie of the Year. That's a Rookie of the Year, Larry Johnson. And I can't see the font's too small on that. Oh, and don't comment. I do not need glasses, people. Just need to zoom in on it really quickly. I do not need glasses. All right, so we got Sarunas Valanciunas. All right, keep going. There's Sleepy Floyd, about to take a nap. Kevin Duckworth, Sam Bowie. Big old bust for the Blazers. I was talking to my brother the other day. We were talking about, how unfortunate Portland's just been with, Brandon Roy's knees. Sam Bowie didn't work out. Greg Oden didn't work out. And then, think about Bill Walton's legs. Gave out on him after all those years. And he couldn't do much after that. And they end up playing, going to the Celtics and winning a title there. Portland's just had too many issues with guys with leg injuries, knee injuries. I mean, it's just really unfortunate. And they lost to the Lakers in Game 7 back in 2000, so they didn't make the finals there. There's a Members Club Dikembe again. I mean, Portland has to just be one of the most unluckiest franchises out there. I mean, the number 1 picks that they've had have just unfortunately not panned out, and it's just terrible. And so unfortunately. Sherman Douglas Moore, look at that jump. Woo! Got the shorts on. Portland's just unfortunate. So if you guys are asking, Portland is our hometown team. So we grew up watching Portland, my brother and I, and my dad. But we are Celtics fans through family connections and just games that we used to watch all the time. So, do I watch Blazers games now? No. That team has not been exciting for a handful of years. Damian Lillard left. He came back. I just don't think it's still exciting. I don't think that Portland has a good product on the floor right now. It's just a bunch of no-name guys. And again, that's cool. I mean, they're probably an underdog. They'll probably make the 10 seed or 9 seed, this year, but nothing spectacular. And they can't ever get free agents. I'm just flipping these cards back and forth. They can never get free agents to come to Portland. Why would you want to come to Portland? There really isn't much here, unfortunately. And that's what everybody talks about. There's nothing in Portland. Well, in Portland, in the summer's kind of cool. You got a lot of places to fish. We are known also for we are the capital of having the most gentlemen's clubs, strip clubs per capita. So if that interests you, Portland's got that going for us. But the summer's beautiful in Portland. It's just that there's not a lot of, there's not amusement parks here. It's not like California. We don't have the beaches. We have the Oregon coast, but it's not the California or the beaches in Miami. We don't have a bunch of clubs that people go to, that a bunch of billionaires go to. We just don't have that. I mean, we just, we're an outdoorsy type of town. We have a bunch of rivers, hiking, fishing. I mean, NBA players, great if that's your thing. Now, I will say, there is a good amount of NBA players, Paul George being one of them, and I see Ben Simmons has turned himself into a professional fisherman now that he's not playing in the league anymore. But here in Portland, it's a fishing outdoor type of town. If you want to, there's another member's choice, John Stockton. Anybody who's a John Stockton fan, hit me up. I'll get you one of these member's choice cards. There's so many of them today. I think that's the fourth one. But back what I was saying is, Portland is an outdoorsy type of place. It's not like this, it's not where millionaires live. It's not where you want to go to the clubs. I mean, we have again, as I said, we have strip clubs everywhere, per capita. But I just want to make sure there was a Ricky Pierce back there. But Rick Fox, sorry. But it's just not it's not a destination. It's not a big market. We have a bunch of wineries here. If you want to get into that. I mean, I know this CJ McCollum was doing that for a little bit. But that's just what we have here. Portland's just not this, go to the beach, go to the club type of town. It's not again, it's not LA, it's not Miami, it's not the lure of being in New York City. But I would say if you're into fishing, you're into the outdoors, you want a quiet place to hang out, get away from people and other members, Derek Coleman. If you want to just get away, Oregon might be Portland's kind of the place for you. You can get out of town. Again, you're in Portland, you're an hour and a half from the Oregon coast, which is beautiful. You go to Central Oregon, you got ranches out there, you got a lot of property. It's nice and quiet. So if you needed a place, get away from there. And Portland, again, you can get a house on the Willamette River. You got the Columbia River. Pearl Jam here, Mookie Blaylock, and another Robert Pack. You can kind of make it a getaway. I mean, Central Oregon has ranches. You can get some property, get yourself a private lake, and just chill. I would love that. Get myself a little fishing lake, hanging out by myself. That doesn't sound too bad. Nothing wrong with that. But for most NBA guys, probably not their thing. Hey, another Clyde Drexler member's choice. For most NBA guys, just not their thing. And I guess, that's totally fine. Again, we don't attract the big names because there's just not a lot happening here. Now, last season, there was a ton of trade rumors at the trade deadline about Giannis joining Portland and us having the draft picks to do that. And we'll see. I mean, Portland, Milwaukee, very similar towns, again, smaller basketball markets and cities. And, maybe we can get a star to come here. And, there's a Terrell Brandon. Is it a Terrell Brandon rookie card? I think that might be. I don't know if he's a rookie in this set or not, but I'm going to sleeve that one. Forget. But Terrell Brandon was from Portland as well. So, again, free agents want to come to Portland. We got some good stuff here. We just don't have the beaches and all the babes, if that's what you're into. Whatever. We'll figure something out. We're not a picky town. I mean, if you're an artist too, I mean, there's a lot of great art. There's a lot of stuff going down in Portland. We're You know, we've got a WNBA team now in town, so that's something to add in. We've got, you know, 2 soccer teams, the men's and the women's professional soccer teams in MLS and the NWSL, who are both champions. I mean, the Portland Thorns, who's the women's team, has I think one of the best players in the world, Sophia Smith. They've won 3 championships in the history of the NWSL. I mean, we've got the Portland Timbers, who have won a championship in 2015. I'll put my Gary Payton card over there. So it's not like we are lacking of championship caliber teams here. And the fact that, you know, the WNBA invested in a team here, I mean, that's all good stuff for us. Like, we want to see that type of stuff. Now, the other thing in Portland is they're talking about getting a baseball team here. I don't know about that. Hey, there's another member's choice, Larry Bird. Baseball in Portland, I'm a little bit sus about that. I don't know if I don't know if we're really a baseball town, but they are proposing to have the stadium down on the Willamette River. So kind of like in San Francisco, where you can go put your boat in the bay and catch home run balls. That would be kind of cool. I'd take my boat down there, go listen to the game, go jump in the water, go chase a home run ball. It'd be kind of cool. But I think we are a basketball and a soccer town. That's pretty much another Larry Bird. Holy smokes. I mean, how many freaking Larry Birds are we going to get out of this set? A little bit lacking on Michael Jordan cards here lately. Although I bet you that they only limited, you know, a certain amount of Jordans in every box. So that's probably a shame. So I probably pulled the 2 Jordans that I'm going to get already. But it's really funny. So we got 3 packs after this left. Not a single Shaq rookie card in here still. Like, I'm kind of shocked. Like, I'm hoping I don't get down to the last pack and we got to use some last pack magic. But holy smokes, like, not even like a sniff of a Shaq rookie card in here. That scares me, because that is one of the chases in here. Not for me, but that was one of the chases. Again, my friend Brian, that's what he wanted back in the day, was that Shaq rookie card. Another Magic Johnson, and then another Jerome Kersey, ending on a lot of Blazers in a lot of packs. Like Robert Pack's been in the last card a couple times. So we got 3 packs left. This is scaring me, guys. Just trying to get one Shaq rookie card out of here. Just one Shaq rookie. That's all I'm looking for. All right, just one Shaq rookie. So that's all I care about. Another Charles Members Club. I'll just put that over to the side. Judd Bushler. Just one Shaq rookie. That's fine. Adding it to the personal collection. Doesn't need to be any PSA 10 special. Just looking for one Shaq rookie card here. Eddie Johnson. I got just stacking the cards next to me. And just this pile's about to fall over. I feel like every time I throw one of these cards on here. All right. Not there. And Anthony Mason again. Yeah, no Shaq rookie. What's going on here? This set's gotta come through. Come on, baby. All right, we got John Battle. I better not be battling these last couple packs for a Shaq card. I'll tell you what. There's a Pete. And then we got Muggsy. All right. Last 2 packs. Oh, this makes me nervous. Makes me nervous. All right, Uncle Spliffy Cliffy, Portland Trailblazers to start us off. Oh, we got a Scottie Pippen card. Nice. Oh, members only. We didn't pull the regular Pippen yet, so still looking for that one too. So there's still a few cards we have not pulled out of this city. Look at that old retro warm-up shirt. We got a Sean Kemp. Just a regular Sean Kemp card. Chris Gatling. Yeah, still missing the Shaq card. Still missing the regular Pippen. Twitter Rex here. Nice marketing with the Gatorade there. Randy Whitman. Jim Les. There we go. There's less packs for me to open now. I need to, Spud, need to find this Shaq card. There, Karl Malone. Oh, snaps! There it is, another Michael. All right, we found a third Michael here. Boy, that card looks a little dingy on the side. I don't know. That actually looks pretty clean. So we pulled our third MJ card. Second to last pack. Corners look pretty good on this card. There it is. All right, then Glenn Rice was the last card. All right, last pack. I'm going to bless us with some magic. Find that Shaq rookie card. Let's find out. All right, so David Robinson is the last card on that side, so let's pull from this side. David Robinson's a nice card to pull last. And another Orlando Magic card, Jeff Malone, Tyrone Hill. All right. Still looking, still hoping. Horace Grant. Actually, I was kind of surprised that Jordan was sneaking in the back there. I'm glad there was that third card, because I think that first Jordan is not going to get a PSA 10, but we got a couple of these to the personal binder. Randy Newman, checklist, take a shot at home. And we got, Stacey King. I thought that was a regular Pippen card. All right, Scott Skiles. It's got to happen here soon, guys. A few Orlando cards in this set. Got to happen to get that Shaq card. Another Vlade. Nope. Nope. All right, we got here. We got Tate George. Haven't seen that card yet. Because Shaq card's got to happen. Nope. Michael Adams. Oh, I saw Orlando upside down. Now it's Jerry Reynolds. And then the last card is going to be that Members Club David Robinson. Womp womp. And MJ is actually card number 1 out of the set. I did not know that. Well, if you guys want to see me go to take these cards to get them graded at PSA, drop a comment below and let me know how many of these Jordans, whether 2 of them or 3 of them, I should get for grading. And unfortunately for today, we got Jordans. We didn't get any Shaquille O'Neals, but that's okay. We'll be on the hunt for that Shaq rookie card the next time. Well, thank you guys for watching today's basketball pack opening video. If you're looking for other great content, click one of the videos right here on the screen. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And until next time, keep ripping packs, people. Let's go.